small business network show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah, 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 welcome to the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah, 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 welcome to the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Welcome. We made it. Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network with co-host Brittany Wise. And Ms. Wise, she's on a function. She'll be back next week. And Carol Harper Poe. How you doing, Miss Carol?
I'm fine, Dr. James. How are you?
Doing pretty good. We're here with our expert practitioner all the way from Buffalo, New York, Miss Carla A. Murphy. How you doing, Miss Carla?
Hi, all is well, thank you.
Awesome. We have our delivery courier expert, Mr. Sonny. How you doing, Mr. Sonny?
Hey, all is well. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Just want to do this. That's good. That's good. It is what you see. Just know it's up to me.
That's what I'm talking about. And we have
everyone has that drive to do what they need to do.
That's what I'm talking about. And we have our jury expert, Miss Carl Steen. How you doing, Miss Carl Steen?
Doing great, Dr. James. Hello, everyone.
That's what I'm talking about. It's so glad to have everyone on hand here. We're like one day away. It's going to be Mother's Day, so I'd like to tell all the beautiful women here, Happy Mother's Day.
Well, thank you, Dr. James. Thank you, Dr. James.
That's what I'm talking about. And I was looking at a post that Miss Carol had did earlier, not today, but like a few days ago, I believe. She posted her mom, and her mom was so sweet. And I was around during those days, kind of with Miss Carol, and Miss Carol, that was a beautiful picture. And I know this is the first Mother's Day that you got to go through this. So my condolences to you, and obviously we all know she's in a better place, right, Miss Carol?
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So, so tell me what's going on as far as for tomorrow. Any great things? I know y'all are going out to eat. Miss Carlstein, where you going out to eat tomorrow?
My son is ordering takeout, and we're going to eat in and just have a movie fest and a great time.
Okay. How about you, Miss Carla?
Well, I'm not a mother, Dr. James, but I'm going to celebrate with my mom.
That's what I'm talking about. And how about you, Miss Carol? Where are you going?
Well, Dr. James, I already did my early celebration with my daughter. And, of course, this is my weekend of work, so I think I'm going to be sleeping, Dr. James.
Hey, you got to get that rest. Mr. Sonny, who are you taking out? Come on, Mr. Sonny.
Well, I'm going to be at home, may do some takeout or whatnot, but I'm just got cards and gifts for my wife and for my daughter because she's a mother, my first grandchild. So I'm just going to be celebrating, and I'll also, you said earlier, my mother next month she'll be gone 5 years. 5 years. She'll be gone 5 years. So I'm just coping with that, but at the same time, I still have the memories to cherish and hold dear to my heart.
Well, that is awesome. And my mom, she's in Shreveport, Louisiana, so I'll get a chance to, obviously, on top of telling her Happy Mother's Day on my next trip there, I'm going to take her out to eat and try to bring her some nice little things. So she'll get a little late Mother's Day, but she'll spend time with her brother and her sister up there on tomorrow, and I'll call and talk to her. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be a special day. So on that topic, we want to talk about Miss Carol's new book release, A Mother's Love, Mother's Day book. Miss Carol, what's the name of the book, and what is the book about?
Okay, Dr. James, thank you. I know you guys been hearing this, and hopefully you guys won't hear it anymore till the next Mother's Day, and I'll be coming out with something new. But I just wanted to quickly say, on Book Publisher 2021 on Facebook, I shared with the group. It's a private group, and I asked them that I wanted them to tell them what is unique about my writing. No one's responded. Everybody's liking, and they haven't responded. But behind that, if you tell me about it, if you would have responded in 2 hours, you would have got a free PDF file of Mother's Love.
Wow.
So nobody took the initiative to say anything. At least I haven't checked my email or my inbox yet, but it was within 2 hours, so I think the 2 hours is past.
Oh, man.
So, but anyway, A Mother's Love. This book was dedicated, of course, to my mom that passed away January 26, 2021, the day after her birthday. She celebrated it well. Thank you, Jesus, for that. And I just want to read, before I get into the details, I always try to pick something out of the book to read, to touch the listener's ears. It's just a small portion. It said, when you think about it, a mother's love is so unique. It's so compassionate. It's something that you cannot explain if you have never been a mother, or now you have a mother. The love and the bond between the two of you are so unique and so compassionate and so lovable. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't all sugar and spice, okay? But we only want to dwell on the positive things, not the negative ones at this time. Amen. That was just a little portion from the book.
I love it.
So,
So where and how can we get this book again? As far as if we want audio or the hardcover, how do we get it?
Okay. Audio is in process right now, and audible.com. It's been worked on. I had my 15-minute check, but I sent it back because some of the stuff wasn't right on that. But you can get it on, from me, of course, inbox me on Facebook, Carol's Publishing Company, or Carol Harper, or in all the social media. You can also email me at POWE, my last name, CAROL311@gmail.com. You can also reach out to me by phone. Okay, this is only for phone about business. My phone numbers, this is why I put it out. It's only for business, okay, not personal. 469-643-6498 or 469-778-8682. And, of course, we got it on TikTok, we got it on YouTube, we got it on Twitter, Instagram, and all the social media.
That's awesome. So how much is the softcover book, Miss Carol?
The softcover book right now, Dr. James, I ran all the special. It was $10. It went back up to $20. And the Kindle, I think I boosted back up to $8.99 maybe, because it was $5.99. It was $5.99 for the special, I think. But anyway, I think it's $8.99. Don't quote me on it, but I'm only focusing on the giveaways right now. I'm not really focusing on the expense of the book. But anybody can go to Amazon.com, search Carol D. Don't forget to put the D in there for Dynamite Harper.
Okay, so I want to make sure I have this clear. So it's $8.99 for the soft cover right now?
Okay, $8.99 for the soft cover. Don't quote me on it, Dr. James. I said that again. Don't quote me on it. I know I need to know the price, but I know the soft cover is $20. The Kindle is the cheapest one. You can go and download that on your laptop, phone, or anything, and you could look at that on mobile. And I'm quite sure the Kindle is $8.99.
Gotcha. Well, I tell you what, I was thinking about maybe getting, and me and you'll talk after the show. I was thinking about getting maybe that book for my mom as a gift, as far as one of her gifts. So I'll give you a call after the show to kind of talk about it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your support. And anyone out there that, if you email me, POWECAROL311@gmail.com, and tell me what you like about my writing and what is unique about my writing, I will. You got to email me in the next hour. I will give you the PDF file, A Mother's Love, for free.
Ooh, I love that. Ooh, that is nice. Nice. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to shift gears now, and we're going to get ready to talk about friends and connections on social media, but we're going to talk about that next.
Hello, Dr. James here, from founder and CEO of MBC Enterprises. If you want to use our investment team, just let us know. You can use us to help you get into your own business, use us to get into any kind of real estate, get you a company car, for your projects, your inventions, whatever you need. You can use our investment team to help you get started. We want to know how? Let us know. Phone number is 469-765-5327. And again, use our investment team for anything that you think you need investing in, especially businesses and more. You let us know. Phone number 469-765-5327. We're looking forward for your phone call and for your dreams of getting started.
Hello, hello, hello. It is Carol Harper Poe of Carol's Publishing Company, the founder, CEO of Carol's Publishing Company. My phone number is 469-643-6498. My email is POWECAROL311@gmail.com. My website is www.cdhboutique.com. That is CDH Boutique, BOUTIQUE.com. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and now TikTok. TikTok is Carol Poe, and all the rest of them is Carol Harper, or Carol Harper Poe. My YouTube is Carol's Publishing Company. My company Facebook is Carol's Publishing Company. Also, 2 podcasts merged together. That's on Anchor.com and all the other sites that you want to hear us on. You're welcome to it. Now, Reinstitute just ran a special. It's over with, but it's still out there on Amazon.com under Carol D. Harper. Search Carol D. Harper because it's a lot of Carol Harpers. Don't forget to put the D in it. Reinstitute is just a book to say, hey, I can start again. I can be made whole again. Whatever tried to take me out, I'm here to rebuild myself in my mind, heart, and soul. Whatever tried to take you out. Reinstitute. This is a book to help you to jumpstart that starting all over again. I have a big book series of spiritual warfare, 1, 2, and 3. You can get them all separate if you like, but you get them all in one book. They're all combined in one book on Amazon.com. Now, you're thinking about writing a book? You want to write a book, or you don't know where to start? Come see us, Carol's Publishing Company. You want to be on my podcast? Come see us. Your message matters.
You're thinking about writing a book?
Carol Publishing company.
You thinking about writing a book?
Biden.
Okay, you know who to call, Miss Carol. If you're thinking about writing a book, give her a call, please. Miss Carol also let me know that the Kindle is $4.99. The Kindle is $4.99. Is that right, Miss Carol?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Well, we're gonna shift gears now, Miss Carol. I know you got some questions for me about social media. Let's talk about that.
Yes, absolutely, Dr. James. It talks about, I thought we was talking about friends and connection on social media. Correct. Tell me a little about that and say how many friends and connections do you have in total?
Okay,
wow.
So when we add in all the platforms such as LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the Meetup platform, I have a little over 18,000 connections and friends. And so that's pretty much what I got right now.
Wow, that's awesome, Dr. James. You're trying to get up there with the big reads, ain't you? I understand. I see you coming.
I'm trying to get there.
I see you coming. It's how does that help your business?
Well, obviously, when you're dealing with social media, if you can have, obviously Facebook calls them friends, and LinkedIn calls them connections, and Instagram call them followers. Everybody has names, a lot of different names for it, but through the journey of keep adding people, because sometimes people kind of forget, they don't take the time out to keep adding connections and friends. And of course, whenever I'm saying friends, I'm really not talking about friends. I'm talking about new customers. So it needs to be strangers, really. So you want more people looking at kind of what you got, because if you have just, let's say, 500 people, 1,000 people looking at what you got, especially on social media. Now, 500 people, that's a lot of people if you're looking at them face to face. If they're coming into your store or they're at your event or your show, and they're looking at, you have 200 people looking at what you got. That's a lot of people. But on social media, 500,000 people is really not enough, because those 1,000 people are really not all of them are not looking at it. When you post something, don't think those 1,000 people are looking at it. And stuff go across both screens. Some may look, some just go, gloss right over it. It just, So if you have 1,000 people, 1,000 friends, and you have out of that 1,000, you may have 5 to 15 people that may really look at it. Like really look at it. I'm not saying, you might have a couple of hundred that may look at it, kind of glance at it, but you're going to have 5 to 12, 15 people that really look at it and read it, and then out of those 15 or less people, then you're going to have 1 to 5 maybe that may take action. So kind of knowing that, so that number of 1,000 needs to be up as high as you can get it. So if you can get, at least 10,000 people on all platforms, you can get at least 10,000 people. Now you may get 100 to 150 people really looking at it. And then maybe you'll get anywhere from 20 to 40 people to maybe spend. So it always depends on stuff, but it's really on social media, the more the merrier, period. Mr. Sonny, what do you think about social media? Mr. Sonny, you here? Mr. Sonny must be having technical difficulties. Miss Carstine, do you deal with social media?
Yes, Dr. I think it's an excellent platform to get your business out there and for people to view you. Especially if they know nothing about you. I think it's a great way to introduce yourself, and I fully support it.
That's what I'm talking about. How many friends or connections do you have?
We have not started ours yet. We've been in a downswing since Dee has been in the hospital.
Right.
But we'll get it there.
That's what I'm talking about. And one more try. Mr. Sonny, are you back with us yet? He's not back with us. Okay. Cool. Miss Carol, how many connections and friends do you have in total? I know maybe you hadn't counted them, but just kind of like an estimate.
Well, Dr. James, I had about almost 5,000 on Facebook, but I'm going through my list, and the people that's not really, that some people just sit in the background and just look at what you post and never support and never buy or anything. So I'm going through my list and deleting a whole bunch of people and just being idle. I'm searching for people that's going to support and encourage, motivate. Yes, that's there, but now's the time to for people to start supporting, because people been sitting in the background for years. Okay, I think about with the Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all of these other things, I think I got over like 7,000 or more.
Oh, cool. Now, that is a good amount. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what you need. I think everyone, now, if you're just on one platform, 5,000 is good, but if you can be on more than one and it equals about 5,000 or more, I believe that is really good. That's awesome. If you're under 5,000 on all platforms, then you're not doing enough. That's not enough. So, okay, great. You have another topic for us, right?
Yes, posting to sales item on social media. Should you post links to get new customers?
So, posting links. There's a place for that. Can you post it? Yeah, I mean, I guess you post that one time and see who bites. It's like throwing a line into the ocean. You want to see who bites. But having said that, after you post, then what you want to do is you want to individualize, because I can always tell the amateurs from the pros. Amateurs tend to post a bunch of links everywhere, and that is not how you do it. Not generically. There's another way to do it. You can spend money on ads, and then that's great, because what's going to happen is the Facebook ad team is going to target certain people, and then you spend about maybe $50, and you can maybe get to certain people maybe. But if you want to not spend money, then it's called doing it generically. And how you do that is, yes, you post it. It's okay to post items and links in certain places, but that shouldn't be it. It shouldn't be the last resort. Once you do that, then you want to go to those groups and click on individual people and kind of talk to people, almost like I taught most of you the script to be able to talk to people individually. That's what you should do. That's what pros do. You go talk to each person and not go straight to your link. You should, hello, how are you? How's your day? Blah, blah, blah. I'm here. You're there. How's the weather? And then you blah, blah, blah. And then y'all are both having dialogue and you're talking back and forth. And then sooner or later, hey, well, let's talk. I'd like to send me your best contact number and let's talk. When a person is open to doing that, then now you can make it more personal. You can get them on the phone. Hey, I want to tell you more about my book. Sometimes they may ask you, what do you have? Then you can come out, hey, I have a book, or I'm selling plates, or I'm selling jewelry, or whatever. I have jewelry and blah, blah, blah. That's if they force you into telling you what they got. Most of the time what you're trying to do is just talk to people. You want to build a relationship with that person. Because if you're going to do it without spending money on ads, it's hard to get people just to look at something and buy if they're not your friend or your family or a close friend. It's hard to get a stranger to just come out and do it. Not that you can't get one or two or three, but it's hard to get a bunch of people to just buy in that manner. So, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, Dr. James. Great, great. It's the best way to get new customers from social media.
So the best way is pretty much halfway of kind of what I just said, as far as being able to talk to people individually, because people want to feel like they matter. Because most likely, whoever you're talking to, they got something going on too, and they want you to listen to what they got. We can't be so selfish to the point where you want to, let me show you what I got. You're gonna buy my stuff? You're gonna buy what I got? But they're going to say, well, I'm a travel agent. Can I show you what I got? So the point is, you have to be able to listen. That's why it's important to talk to people and see. And then obviously, if they have something really that, it doesn't cost a lot. If some cost $1 or, if it's free or $5 or $10, 15, 20 maybe, all that is good. You say, well, buy my book or buy my clothes or buy whatever. And then, but normally it's not a bartering thing. What you try to do is just listen to kind of what they got. And, ultimately what you're trying to do is sell your item. So what you're trying to do is just show people what you got. And if it comes into buy mine, I'll buy yours, well, it shouldn't really be like that. I mean, it's okay to, help people and all that stuff. But just like if I'm buying your book this evening, I don't ever come at you and say, well, I'm finna buy your book. What you gonna buy from me? No, come on. So that's not how you're supposed to do that. You can't do that. You got to be more sincere in kind of what you're doing. Talk to us, Miss Carla, about what do you do on social media and how do you meet people, Miss Carla?
Well, I do posting. I don't really post as much as I used to. However, I do post on the different social media platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Alignable. And I try to be consistent with what I'm posting. If I post it on one social media platform, I try to post on the others. But what I have found, Dr. James, is that a lot of people have been reaching out to me from my posts, and so that's been very good in terms of interacting. However, once in a while, I will reach out to others, and we try to exchange to see how we can help one another. But I've been very successful with the posting and actually people connecting with me.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree with that, Ms. Carla. Also, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Dr. James said about, it's not always what you can do for me, but you got to realize sometimes you invest in that other person, and that other person never invests in you. You understand what I'm saying? You always investing, and this is business we're talking about. You always investing in others, and others never invest in you. But one thing that I have learned over a couple of days, people want to know that you care. Okay? That's one thing about it. First of all, no, you can't jump to them and put your business and whatever you're selling right in their lap. But you got to get to know a person. You got to treat them as a relationship. It has to be a relationship foundation built. And then if they choose to or you choose to, you bring your business out. People want to know that you care, not all about what you're selling.
I love it. I love it. How about you, Miss Carlstein? Kind of before what's been going on kind of with you and Don, have you been able to get on social media and try to, talk to people about your jewelry?
We've begun just getting started, and we had our nephew come over and post some things for us, and we're still in the process of getting that done. So, no, we haven't had much success with that, but it's on our end. It's not on the platform's end.
Gotcha. Well, when we get back after this commercial break, we're going to get into some other good stuff, and we're going to talk about this other good stuff next. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network, broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in. And before we jump in, I do have to let you guys know I'm getting ready to play a song on this break. And this song happens to be my son, Campion Riddick, new song called Unfunctional. And I'm letting it rip in just a second. Me and Garcia Parra and Campion Riddick all have the rights to this song. And it's being played right now. That was Unfunctional by Campion Riddick, my son. You guys can hear that on any platform, period. We're back. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We're moving on to our expert practitioner, Ms. Carla A. Murphy. Ms. Carla, basic office supplies every business needs. What are basic office supplies that every business needs?
Well, thank you for asking, Dr. James. And basically, there are a lot of things, supplies that we have around the house. So such as pencils and pens, having erasers for your pencils as well, highlighters, permanent markers, whether they're thick or thin. It's always good to have black ones. Generally will help to have a more professional, clean look. Also, scissors, paper clips, binder clips in various sizes can help to keep you organized. Staplers, plus the staples, tape dispensers, and having extra rolls of tape. And it also is helpful to have filing folders. So those are some basic things that I suggest.
And how much do those supplies cost per month?
In general, I found that the average cost of office supplies for small business, it can range anywhere from about $77 to $92 a month. Obviously, it depends upon where you live, the brands that you're buying, and the type of stores that you go to. But it's a good standard to try to meet, not to really feel pressure to match it, but just to have some of the basics that can help your business to run more smoothly. And the amount of the budget for the office supplies will be determined, like I said, by your unique business size, the type, the overhead budget that you have, and where you're actually getting the supplies from.
Great. So what is so let's get into business grand openings. What is a business grand opening?
A grand opening is an event that paves the way for word to spread about your new business. It's a simple yet foolproof way. When you do it well, it can create a buzz, and it can help you to market and to promote your business. So in short, a grand opening, it should be a big part of your marketing strategy, no matter what type of business that you have or service that you're providing.
So what are some grand opening ideas for pre-launch?
It's always nice to have giveaways, like we heard Ms. Carol is doing giveaways for A Mother's Love. You can spread the news with branded treats, such as maybe you have ink pens or magazines or hats or shirts, whatever it is. Also having promotional pop-up shops is always nice, maybe sometimes at the flea market or at other special events. Getting your marketing into bags. People like to have bags and totes that they carry everywhere with them. So by doing those things and pre-launching, it will help you to flag down customers without having to do a lot of work. And it will help your sales to balloon.
How sweet it is. So our delivery courier expert is back on the line. Mr. Sonny, are you here, buddy?
I'm here, Dr. James.
All right, let's get into conduct. Why is it necessary in the business world? Conduct.
It's necessary in the business world, first for code of ethics. I mean, the building of the trust of your business, also with the consumer. You want to build a good reputation, good relationship to continue to stay in business, continue to have that good more support of the community or whatever the service. So that's why I say it's important in the business world, so you can still be about business and still conduct business.
That's what I'm talking about. Gotta have great conduct, right?
Yes, sir.
So what does it say about your character if you have good conduct or bad?
Well, I say what it says about your character is that it also goes along with your character, like your what you elaborate, what I'm saying is business or it's personal or whatnot. It reflects. I mean, not just by what you say, by your body language or how you respond or how we express ourselves or whatnot. It says a lot about your character along with your conduct. That's what goes along with moral upbringings, raised by your parents or a single mother or single father. It just goes about what it says about your character and reflects in the conduct that you use in a day-to-day basis.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's get into establish. Why is it important to start off solid and remain solid?
I say it's important to start off solid and to stay solid. I say start off solid because you're trying to build something. You're building off a foundation. And when I say I'm using this term also in business, you know, you want to start out with purpose to say, hey, I'm getting in this to service the community, to be a help to others, and I want to start off solid. I don't want to come in here, you know, just trying to scheme and get quick money, get something real fast or whatnot, trying to get the trust of people, whatnot. But you want to have that drive and purpose to start off solid, to remain solid. That people say, hey, I like how this person does business. I like how they're attentive to my needs, how they're attentive to what I'm trying to get into bargain with, and people will remember that. It'll last with them.
So why do people tend not to establish?
People tend not to establish, and I say this personally for me when I said this when I was thinking about going off into business for myself or whatnot, because you know we're so contained to the mediocrity of just day-to-day living. Like, oh, what am I getting here? So the expectations are greater of failing than it is succeeding. So that's why I say people tend to, because they're thinking about the what is, what it is, and we'll never know how deep the pool is until we jump in. So we have to jump in. You have to jump in and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go do this. And then when the results start coming in, you just think about, hey, why was I second guessing? I should have did this a long time ago. I remember stories I heard about people who could not drive. And once they finally learn how to drive, they're like, hey, what was I waiting on? So that's what I'm saying. We have to continue to be established, but also we can't be afraid to go start to establish.
Sounds good. So the key here is establishing. I like that because to establish yourself, you have to have certain kind of what I call the backbone of your business. You have to establish that backbone part of it. And so as pertains to a self-employed person, whether you have a job and you're doing it on the side or you're trying to do it all, you know, kind of full time, the backbone of it is really customers, period. I mean, yes, you do have to have certain things that is not, you know, that's, you know, like you got to be able to talk to people. You got to be able to do the work. Like Miss Carol write a book 24 hours and she'll get 2-3 books done within 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And so that part is a given. You have to have that talent to do that, right? But the part of it that has to go with it is you have to be able to get the customer. And then when you get the customer, you have to be able to talk to the customer. And you have to be able to show the customer why your product, why your food, why your jewelry, why your show, why your whatever, your delivery service, whatever you do, how can it help them? And remember one thing in your head, people care about what they're doing in life. They care about what they're doing. So if you can focus on talking to these people in a certain way and listen to what they're, like how can what you doing help them? Let's talk about that. And then see what they do. Show a care about what they're doing in life, what they're doing in their business or their life, or they working for the post office. Tell me about your day. Tell me how you did at post office today. Man, I know you need to really get into it. Show people you care, and people open up more. People don't think about that part of it. They think about, let me just show you what I got.
And see, Dr. James, let me elaborate on that. Customer service, personified customer service, it should be the key thing. I've been with the water department, city of Dallas, for 13 years. I've been a maintenance man CEO over my community that I service, cutting on water, doing maintenance, repairing meters. And I tell every customer, hey, my thing is to get your water system working properly. I'm here for you. I work for the city, but I'm here for you. If you need me to replace your visit, I'm in tune with what they want to hear. And I'm doing that because that's in my heart, because like I'm saying, hey, I'm here to provide a service. And that elaborates what you just said. What are we all doing with our business or whatnot? But you have to be customer service personified and customer service driven, because they are the consumers, and we want to continue to get their business.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. So, Ms. Carl Steen, I'd like to ask you on that topic. So,
talk to us. Talk to us about that.
What part? He spoke on so many different parts, Dr. James.
Well, I guess the main part. I guess the main part is how do you normally get your customer? Are you putting them first? Are you talking to the customer before you do anything else? How do you normally deal with your customer?
We usually know the customer or try to get to know the customer because we want to know what their needs are. That's the whole point of selling, finding out what the need of the customer is, whether that is, hey, I'm going to listen to you for 5 minutes because you want to get something off your chest. You want to explain something on how this connects to a piece of jewelry that you're familiar with. I'm all down with that because that's important to that particular customer. Some just want to come in, they see what they like, they want a little bit of an explanation about it, and off they go. So it just really depends on the customer, but I like to have a great conversation with my customers so that they'll come back and they'll understand that what they're getting corresponds to the price of the ornament that they're picking out for themselves.
I love it. I love it. So while we got you on this phone, let's get into some gemstones from our jewelry expert, Miss Carl Steen. How sweet it is.
Yes.
We want to listen to your gun smoke. So what's...
and it's going to smoke to death.
It's going to smoke today. What's the gemstone for May?
The gem of the month of May is the one and only emerald, one of the 4 major gems that are in crowns and are highly established as precious gems, not semi-precious. Mm-hmm. These are considered precious gems, and that's diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. And emeralds are very expensive.
So why is
green stone?
Oh, I was just going to ask you. So why is that the gemstone of May? Is that designated for May, or is that something that you just?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
No. In the calendar, they always have a gemstone of the month. I don't know if this came about before the 20th century, but each gemstone has a month, and it's already preordained. However, they're adding a few additional stones to some of the months, but not for the month of May. They have not added anything other than an emerald. And it is a fine, deep green stone. A lot of times it has inclusions. Unless you pay a lot of money, you will have an inclusion-free stone. But they say that's part of the beauty of the stone, is to have this little mark in it or this inclusion in it.
So what can you tell us about emeralds?
Okay, now there's some lore about emeralds because it is said to be the stone that cures all your ills. A stone that cures all your ills, no matter what it is. This came about in the 17th century where they would actually make salts and tinctures of ground up emeralds, and they would give it to people for various diseases, especially heart disease and head disease and heart palpitations and just melancholy. They figured that, hey, this is a valuable mineral, and we're going to grind it up and use it to our good health. Did it really work? I don't really know. But our Eastern physicians list emeralds to alleviate a whole list of ailments, from epilepsy to it's an antidote to poisonous insect bites. It's a remedy for jaundice and liver complaints. So it has its medicinal purposes all through the centuries. From the 17th century, I don't know about now. I've not heard of anyone grinding up emeralds and using it as a whatever cures their ills, but it had been. That's part of the lore of it, and it's linked to the Roman goddess of the forest, Diana. And if you're into Greek, that would be Artemis.
So how much is that emerald?
Oh my goodness. If you want an emerald that's not included, and I'd say it's about a carat, you could easily pay $14,000 for it.
14K? Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when you get one, and it may have a few inclusions, you take what you can get for the price that you can afford.
Nice. Okay, so all right, so let's get in the history of emeralds. So give us a few facts concerning the history of emeralds, Miss Karlstein.
Well, now, listen, this goes all the way back to 2,000 years before Christ. So these emerald mines have been in ancient Egyptian, and other civilizations' history since before then. It's also said that Queen of Sheba had an emerald mine in Upper Egypt. So who knows what she took to Solomon? I'm sure if emeralds were highly prized as they are now, they were then, she probably took some to Solomon as well. They have a lore called the Book of the Dead. And in Egypt, that's where the embalmers would talk about how to embalm a body. And they said emeralds were necessary for that. And it came from the god Thoth. I've never heard of that god, but I don't know all the gods in all of the civilizations.
So what are some metaphysical properties of the emeralds?
Okay, now, some people say that the metaphysical aspects of emeralds is that it promotes love and domestic bliss and loyalty. It also promotes harmony and eliminating negativity. If that's the case, we should all be wearing emerald. It also enhances mental capacity, focus, and memory. A lot of the information that I share with you all is from the Book of Stones by Robert Simmons, and also The Power of Gemstones by Raymond Walter.
Awesome. How sweet it is. This has been a great show, guys. What a great Power Pack show. We're so glad everybody showed up and gave some powerful points. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And until next week,
thank you.
We're leaving you here at Globe Life Park in Arlington at Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Have a great day. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network, broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in.
Welcome to the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Welcome to the James Small Business Show. Dr. James.